I heard something down here in the tunnel. Can you show yourself to us?
Actually, I feel like I'm seeing like we both just heard like footsteps near our gear down this end of the tunnel. Fred.
Fred. I'm feeling uneasy and I want to walk back this way. Hi Crypt Keepers, thank you so much for tuning into Amy's Crypt. Tonight Jared and I are investigating a very haunted tunnel, and this place has a really seriously dark history to go with it. Make sure you're staying tuned as well today, because I have a really big announcement to drop for you all. I know you're going to be very excited about this. We have a brand new paranormal investigative tool that we're releasing onto the market now. The Swanview Tunnel holds a horrendously dark history that many believe is the reason it is today so haunted. Built in the late 1800s under tough conditions, there are rumours that many perished during the tunnel's construction. Some say it is the ghosts from these tragedies who linger. Further issues would ensue once the tunnel was officially opened in 1895 as part of the state's rail route. The steep incline of the tunnel, mixed with its small size, caused smoke and steam to accumulate in any train which passed through. The trains would slow and air would become thin, causing those on board to asphyxiate. Many instances of people passing out while making their way through the tunnel have been documented, with one of the worst incidents taking place in 1942, when a train slowed to walking pace, causing both drivers and a number of firefighters on board to pass out. Sadly, one of the drivers on board died during this incident. Since the tunnel's closure, many claim to have had paranormal experiences here, ranging from sighting figures and ghostly lights, to hearing strange noises and even becoming physically affected for reasons unknown. Tonight, we will reach out to the spirits of the Swanview Tunnel and document some very compelling paranormal evidence. Okay, I just hit record. Jared, nice ass.
Did you catch that?
No, I just hit record. So, well, it's quite echoey. I just hit record, guys, because I heard something down here in the tunnel. To explain, I guess it was a rock or a pebble. It sounded as though it was thrown. I don't know if maybe something could have fallen from the roof. There is nobody here, but it was quite loud. I can't tell how far away it was. FYI, that is the sound of a plane, and you can actually see it on the monitor. You heard that though, right?
Yeah.
You know what, Jared? Just roll on that camera there. Me, that is so loud.
Oh my god.
Guys, because we've already had activity here at the Swanview Tunnel, we're getting right into things. So Jared and I are going to walk into the tunnel. We're going to roll Ghost Tube to see if we get any responses or any words through. We're also rolling on a night vision camera, and that is going to monitor this entry to the tunnel. I've also put out
Couple.
a REM pod and cat balls, and they will light up if they're physically moved.
And one just did.
Now I'm rolling on Ghost Tube. We're going to walk through. So my name is Amy. I'm visiting the Swanview Tunnel tonight with Jared, and we reach out to anybody who may be here in the tunnel. We would love to communicate with you tonight. If you can do anything to make your presence known. I don't know if you're already doing that for us by maybe throwing a pebble. We heard that earlier.
That was very distant. I don't know if the camera would have picked that up.
Super distant, but there was something there.
There's a lot of mosquitoes here too.
Yeah, they're like literally eating me. Is there anybody there? That echo.
Yes.
Can you come closer to my voice, please? I'm telling you, there's something going on.
Still wet.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's still wet.
Now I'm just seeing if I see any drips. So parts of the floor here are quite flooded and wet. So I just want to establish the noises we are hearing are not drips of water.
Oh look, you can still see remnants of the track. Me and Emmy were walking from that end of the tunnel to this one, and as we walked past, we only had our phone flashlights on, and we thought that, I thought that I saw someone in one of these little side crevices, and there were kids running through here all during the day, so we actually thought one of the kids was just hiding in there, but when I walked past there was nobody there. So it could have just been the paint on the wall though. As I said, I remember this one specifically because it had that white sort of paint on it.
What did you describe it as though?
Sort of like one of those corner of your eye things, because I wasn't looking down them because they're all bricked in. So we were just walking past them.
That's
Listen.
There's people. Oh, stuff's down there, Jared.
You just said footsteps, right?
Yeah. In this moment, Jared and I heard very distinct footsteps coming from one end of the tunnel. These can be heard on our camera's audio, but even more clearly on the static camera which we had stationed at this particular end of the tunnel. That's
Listen.
For us, this sound was so distinct we ran towards the footsteps, assuming that it was an actual person going for a night hike, given that this is a public area. We also worried as we'd left a lot of expensive camera and paranormal gear near that mouth of the tunnel. When we arrived, we found nobody around. Do you think that these footsteps could have been paranormal?
Alright, so there is a plane that was just going over, but the reason why we ran back is because we both just heard like footsteps near our gear down this end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And my first thought wasn't ghosts, my first thought was someone might be there grabbing our stuff. So we ran back, all of our stuff's still here, and there's not a person inside. So I'm hoping that camera picked up that, because we both heard it, and I'm hoping
I heard that clear as the bell, yeah. I could hear the kicking of the stone. Unless it's not an echo and someone's down this end in the dark, are they?
GhostTube is also eerily silent.
Dead silent? Oh my god. Oh, well, I wonder if anything was caught on this camera. That'll be interesting to review because that will have audio as well.
Lucky you didn't cut that.
Yeah, hey. Did you just stop GhostTube?
I did.
So the thing that I wanted to bring up about that sort of crevice was you told me earlier today, and I think what you meant by how the white paint was in there. So we were walking through with our cell phone, our mobile phone torch on, right? Because it's so dark in the tunnel, even in the day. And you said that you thought that you saw a light in there, right? Or you thought maybe it was a reflection. So
yeah,
I have read that ghost lights are common in here. So whether that's like a ball or an orb of light. I'm hearing so many noises.
we are outside, so I mean there could be animals, but
Can I just say though, what is weird about those footsteps is it sounded like there was 2 or 3 and then I didn't hear them anymore. Whether that was because we started rushing and running towards them and we were making noise ourselves. But if there was an animal, you'd expect the footsteps to keep going. Or even a person, you know what I mean? It wouldn't just be 3 and then they would stand completely still. Yeah.
Is footsteps something that people hear when they come here? Is that one of the things?
Okay, so what I've heard mostly is the ghost lights and people feeling physical things that they can't explain. For instance, trouble breathing, feeling a little bit nauseous, like lightheaded, about to faint, which fits in with the history of this place where the people aboard the trains coming through this tunnel would asphyxiate because of how it was built. There wasn't enough airflow to sustain a train coming through, so people used to pass out every time the train would come through, and at least 1 person died of this. So that is what I know. I reckon what we do now, since we've had activity down here, the REM pod just went off, the cat ball's gone off, we heard the footsteps down here, let's pull out our new tool, guys. We want to introduce to you all GhostTube Vox. GhostTube Vox is a new app Jared and I have spent the past year developing, and it's available for free now to you on Apple and Android devices. This tool was built to test theories around sound and the paranormal. GhostTube Vox uses the phone's inbuilt magnetometer to detect fluctuations in magnetic and electromagnetic energy. Using these fluctuations, it will generate or select sounds when specific magnetic signatures are detected. This method is based on existing theories that spirits can manipulate magnetic and electromagnetic fields to communicate. The sounds generated by GhostTube Vox are constantly updated and sourced from around the world through digital radio broadcasts, meaning the sound bank for this tool is always dynamic and unique to each session. Unlike other apps, GhostTube Vox does not come with any pre-recorded sounds. We theorise that spirits could be able to use this tool to select sounds that align with what they wish to communicate, and furthermore, could manipulate sound not only to make their presence known, but also to convey messages. This is GhostTube Vox. So Jared and I have just moved partway down the tunnel to the area where he thought he saw a weird reflection, anomaly, whether it was just a trick of the eye.
I think there might definitely be water dripping down there.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to debunk that as water. We did hear stones earlier though, so weird. We have that end of the tunnel pretty much set up and rigged and monitored. We've got SLS, we've got a regular camera, we've got cat balls, we've got REM pod. So I'm interested if anything goes off down there. We're going to do a GhostTube Vox session. This is the first time you've ever seen it on my channel, or likely ever seen this app used. So we've already probably explained it, how it works in a voiceover, but let us show you. So again, my name is Amy and I'm here with Jared, and we come in the greatest of respect. We call out to anybody who may be here in the Swan View Tunnel. Are you able to step forward and say hello or give us your name? Thank you.
I heard evil then.
I heard evil or people. I can't actually tell what it said. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That sounded like 300. I know the tunnel is 340 meters long. Can you tell me if that's correct? Swan?
We are in this. What's the name of this tunnel? Swan View Tunnel.
Tunnel. We would love to know your name. If there is somebody here that's been trying to reach out and communicate with people who pass.
Actually, you know what that noise sounds like? That noise sounded like locomotive steel grinding sort of noises, you know? I
know that when in, I think it was 1942, when the man did die going through the tunnel of asphyxiation. The train was going uphill and it slowed so much that it was literally going through this tunnel at walking pace. And as we know, this is a long tunnel. It takes a long time to get from one end to the other. So going through at walking pace, that would have been a long time in the train just struggling to breathe. Can you tell me why you are still here in the tunnel? What do you feel here in the tunnel?
At the back.
So, yeah, I heard at the back as well. I don't know what the back of the tunnel is, that way or that way though.
We may have been talking about the train. Was the person that died the person that was driving the train?
I don't think they were passenger trains. I think it was sort of cargo. I think there was 20 people on board who did asphyxiate as a train came through on that one particular time of the death. But only one of them died.
Tearing the back. Tearing the back. Tearing the back.
Oh, I thought I saw something down there.
Really? Hello?
Hello, can you come a bit closer to us, please? We're not going to hurt you. Is there a man here? It is very dark in here. I can see my shadow on the side of the tunnel wall because behind us we do have a light source for our SLS camera. But right at the very end of the tunnel, Jared, you can probably see it with your eyes, very faintly seeing the opening of the other end, right?
Yeah, very faint.
I did see movement down there.
It is.
Is it you down there? Can you come through to the other end of the tunnel, please? I'm going to say that's probably water right there.
Yeah, I reckon.
If you come really close to the lights in my hand, maybe you can share your name with us. That's something we would really love to know. I'd love to know who we're communicating with.
The worst.
I don't know if it's just me. I've got like ringing in my ears, but not like a ringing, just like a, you know when you can hear real high pitched electronic noise, like.
Yep. Don't have a mosquito by your ear, do you?
It ain't that. It ain't that. So guys, I do just want to say this app is going along with our other apps, but this is something Jared and I have been working on. Jared's been coding it all year, pretty much, and we've been talking about it for years before he even started coding it. So this has been a long time in the works. Like, we are very excited to have this on the market now. Everything you hear right now as well is not programmed into the app. They're all unique sounds that are being selected. I'm feeling uneasy and I want to walk back this way. You know when you turn your back on something and you feel like there's someone behind you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to keep this rolling and we'll just slowly walk up this way.
Yeah, alright.
I want to know whose footsteps we heard earlier.
But I heard something behind you then.
Like what?
Didn't sound like water dropping.
was behind me just now? This looks like a face.
What does? What's that called?
Pareidolia.
Pareidolia.
I saw a rock today when we walked up here that looked exactly like Jabba the Hutt.
That's weird because I saw a rock that looked like the Easter Island rocks.
Was it you that went towards the red light down here earlier? Made a buzzing noise when you did that?
What did you think about it? Why we stop?
I thought it said stop.
Oh, really? Are you telling us what to do and where to go? Is it you giving us directions? No, that was a...
What was it?
Who was it?
Was somebody walking out here earlier?
Fred.
Fred.
Who's Fred?
Can you show yourself to us in the tunnel, please, Fred?
I hear voices.
Okay guys, there's people coming down the tunnel, so we're gonna pack up our shit for a sec. After being disturbed by a group of teenagers making their way through the tunnel, we decided to pack up our gear and wait for them to leave before continuing to investigate at the opposite end of the tunnel to see if we could document more activity. We've still got an experiment that we want to do here in the tunnel tonight before we wrap things up, but I do just kind of want to debrief everyone on what just happened.
Yes, first Vox session.
Yeah.
First Vox session we've used in a video that we've released.
Yes, so my patrons and YouTube members have already seen GhostTube Vox. They've followed the journey somewhat, and they've also been beta testers for a long time, but we just want to say this is quite a new app still. It is free and available to download now on Apple and Android. Links are below, so check it out and let us know your feedback. Or
yes, ghosttube.com, send us an email.
Yes, and if you find any bugs or you've got any suggestions or you love it, let us know, please.
But you know what? I was actually quite happy with how it went. Paranormal stuff aside, we didn't have any crashes, it did what it was supposed to, so I'm happy with that. But what do you think about some of the things that you heard?
I think to me the most interesting thing that we got was Fred. To me that stood out the most. There were a number of words that I heard that were like, oh, that could mean this, that could mean this. But when we heard Fred, we were down that end and that's where we heard the footsteps.
And you were like, who made the footsteps?
Yeah,
or who was it there?
I think one of us
like
asked who made the footsteps. They said Fred. Now, I can't find any history associated with a Fred in particular, but there are rumours that, you know, some people died during the construction of this place.
Oh.
There was essentially like a little tent city set up while they were drilling out this, you know,
so this
tunnel.
is in addition to the guy on the train that's said to have passed here, right?
Yes, and I don't have the name for that person who died on the train either, so who knows, it could have been a Fred. If anyone knows or has more info, like, let me know, leave a comment. Fred was very interesting. What do you reckon about the other ones?
I feel like I heard halfway through we got some weird noises that weren't voices, they were like weird noises, and to me it sounded like steel grinding together, like a locomotive, or you know, like that train, like wheels, steel wheels running on a steel track, that grinding noise. I thought I heard that, which is cool. We're also getting, sorry, I can hear animals just got distracted.
We're sketching out because we're in the tunnel and we can't see, so.
Yes, but yeah, so I heard that still noise and that reminded me of trains and stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool.
And what is worth noting as well, guys, all of the sounds, as we've already said, they're unique. They're not pre-recorded. So
Yes, the app doesn't come with any pre-recorded sounds.
Very interesting. Anything that comes through has not been, you know, put in there purposefully to sound spooky or scary. So
Yeah.
yeah, let us know. I'm really excited to release it. We have been working on this for so long.
Yes.
So long. And we've been talking about it for years. And literally this whole year, 2021, Jared has been coding it. And
Yes.
we've been
It's
testing
funny.
it, coming up with ideas.
We'll probably share with maybe patrons, maybe you guys too and YouTube members, but there's a video of me doing the first test with it when I had short hair.
Oh my God, and his hair.
And now I've got long hair, which you
It's
can't
so
see
long.
because it's so dark here.
His hair was like this short, and now it's like this freaking
So there's a Vox video with me with short hair recording, and
So
now
funny.
we're using it for the first time properly on an investigation, and I've
in
got
an
long hair.
actual haunted place. It's
Anyway.
very, very exciting. And I can't wait to see what you guys pull out of it, you know, on your own investigations. That's what we love most about GhostTube, is sharing it with you guys and then seeing, you know, what results you guys get as well.
Yeah, tag us in your videos on Instagram and TikTok and all that sort of stuff so we can take a look. I think we're at GhostTube or at GhostTube app. Just double check.
And you can also tag Amy's Crypt.
And Amy's Crypt. Oh yeah, of course. That one's easier to do. Just do Amy's Crypt.
Do both of them and follow us while you're there.
She's actually better at monitoring the socials than me anyway, so yeah.
Am I though?
Yeah, tag Amy's Crypt. Tag Amy's Crypt.
Alright, let's get on with this last experiment, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it. This one was my idea because we never get to use this thing and I like using it as a thermal gun. So
It's a thermal camera, Jared.
it's a thermal gun. Pew! So
If you say so.
I'm gonna hit record on it. Do I just hold it down to record?
Yeah, just hold the...
Done.
Yes.
So
Can
what
you
you're
see
seeing
me?
now on camera is Amy, so if you just give a wave, Amy. Yep. Cool. So I just want to show you, like, if I point this outside the tunnel, it says it's about 20 degrees out there, which is right. It says it's 0 if I point up at the sky.
Dude, I'll tell you what, the bloody temperature differences are so great.
Well, it's 20 degrees out there, and in here, 17, 16, 17.
It feels way colder than that.
It does feel a lot colder than that. Who knows how accurate this is as well.
Can you show yourself to us? You just stop recording.
Yeah, just wait a sec. Just wait a sec. Alright, sorry, I've just changed mode so it looks a bit better. That looks way better.
Yeah.
That's Amy now.
Are you filming?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to point this out. I don't know what this means.
55. I can't believe we never knew this setting. This looks way better.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That's the entrance of the tunnel. The entrance of the tunnel looks cool.
Just a blob. That's the sky, right?
Yeah, it's hovering around the 15-degree mark now as we get closer into the middle.
H&M 2021. Can you manifest in the tunnel and show yourself to us?
Actually, I feel like I'm seeing like a weird light purpley shape right there, right in front of me.
Can you wave to us?
Cool, it sort of looks like it's waving because it's so pixelated and blobby.
Yeah.
It's like a cold patch on the wall, but there's nothing there.
Can you walk towards us?
See, if I look at this part of the wall, it's red. If I look at that part, it's blue. Just in the middle of the tunnel. This part, yeah, this part is colder than the rest. This part of the wall.
Okay, Crypt Keepers, just taking some photos. I do this at all the locations we visit, and then I write about, you know, the ghost stories, the history. I put it up on my website, amyscrypt.com. I also post a lot of photos onto my Instagram. You can find me at Amy's Crypt. Go follow me. You'll see some of the beautiful photos that I've taken tonight. The tunnel looks sick during night. Like, we've got some really cool light work going on in the tunnel, so I'm excited about it. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I'm really keen to know your thoughts on GhostTube Vox. We're so proud of it. We want to know what you guys think of it, so leave a comment below. But I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. That really helps me out. If you want to do any more reading on this haunted place, any of the others that I visited from around the world, head to amyscrypt.com. You guys can also follow us on social media at Amy's Crypt. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. We also have GhostTube accounts, so look those up too. And we post bonus content on my Patreon and my YouTube members. They're linked below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.